Hello, it's Sonia here of The Pretty Stitch. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time joining me, I'm so happy to have you here. So this is take 3 for the intro of this video. I am having some technical problems here. My SD card that I use for my camera it's something wrong with it. The videos keep coming out corrupted, and I was able to get most of this video with using the SD card, but I think it's pretty much kaput now because every time I try to reuse the card to film the intro, it just says it's corrupted. So I'm using my phone now. I don't like using my phone because I hardly have any storage on my phone. It's such a problem with this technology, but you know, we're gonna power through this here. So we are making an 18-inch doll project. I am using my eye hook or 5.5mm hook. I am also using this worsted weight yarn or number 4 yarn. If you're not sure what an 18-inch doll is, I have American Girl dolls. Those are 18-inch dolls. There's also Canadian Girl dolls, Australian Girl dolls, dolls called My Life. There's a whole bunch of different 18-inch dolls. And we are going to be making a bucket hat. I already made one sample that you'll see in the intro, the pinky one, it's like a pinky purple. And I think it turned out super cute. And so now we're using this mint green to make a green one. So this hat is worked in rounds. So to get started, we're going to chain 2, and we are going to work 4 single crochet in the second chain from our hook. So we have our 4 single crochet. So what we want to do is we want to place a stitch marker in that last stitch. So I'm just using a scrap piece of yarn here, but if you have actual stitch markers, then certainly feel free to use those. Alright, so we've marked that last stitch. So what we're going to do now is we're not joining with a slip stitch, we're jumping right into that next stitch, and we're going to work 2 single crochet in each single crochet. So we're just putting 2 stitches in each, and we're going to have a total of 8 single crochet. So I'm going to pop out my stitch marker and just put 2 single crochet in that last stitch, and I'm going to mark that stitch again, and now we have our 8 single crochet. And then if you're concerned about that hole there, you just pull on that center tail and hole is gone. Okay, so now we are ready for row 3, and actually rows 3 and 4 will be the same. We're going to put 2 half double crochet in each stitch. So I'm just jumping right in. I'm working 2 half double crochet in that next stitch, and I'm going to work 2 in the next. So we will have a total of 16 half double crochet for round 3, and then round 4 we will have a total of 32 half double crochet. So you can see why using a stitch marker really helps, because sometimes it's easy to lose track of your rounds because we are working in continuous rounds. And the reason why I'm doing that is I like my projects, if I can, when working in the round, to look as seamless as possible so you don't see a join. In this project you can do that really easily. Okay, I'm going to pop out my stitch marker and put 2 half double crochet in there. And I'm going to then mark that stitch and then just jump right in and work 2 half double crochet in each stitch for round 4. And I will have a total of 32 half double crochet. So I'm going to go do that off camera, and I will meet you back at the end of round 4. Okay, so there is round 4. So now we're ready for round 5. So round 5 we're going to increase again, but not quite as drastically as we did for round 4. So we are going to work half double crochet in the next 3 stitches, so just 1 in each. So 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to increase again. We're going to work 2 half double crochet in the next. We're going to repeat that all the way around. So 1 half double crochet in the next 3 stitches, and then 2 in the next. So it's a sequence of 4, so you can think of 1, 2, 3, and then in stitch 4 you're popping in 2 half double crochet. Oops, sorry, I'm popping the yarn. The yarn is a little tight in the skein, and I kind of jerked it and hit the camera, so sorry about that. Alright, so we're just going to repeat that all the way around. So I will meet you back, and at the end of round 5 here, you're going to have a total of 40 half double crochet. So I'm going to keep going, and I will meet you back at the end of round 5. Okay, so we finished up round 5. We have our 40 half double crochet. So now we're going to start to actually turn this into a hat, because right now it's kind of laying flat, but we've got it as large as we need. So for round 6 now. So round 6 through 11, we're just going to half double crochet around. So we're just going to keep using the stitch marker and just keep half double crocheting around and around and around for 11 rounds. So I am going to go do that, and I will meet you back at the end of round 11. Okay, so this is the end of round 11. This is my last stitch. As you can see, I do not have my stitch marker, because what we're going to do is we're actually going to join with a slip stitch in our first stitch to complete round 11. So there we go. And now we're going to begin round 12. So we're going to chain 1, and we are going to half double crochet in that same stitch. And now we're going to chain 2. We're going to skip our next stitch and half double crochet in the next one. Skipping the last stitch, so we're going to join with a slip stitch on top of that first half double crochet. So at the end of round 12 you're going to have 20 chain 2 spaces. So let's begin round 13. We're going to chain 1. We're going to half double crochet right back in that same stitch or first stitch, and in the next chain 2 space we're going to work 2 half double crochet. And now we're going to half double crochet on top of the next half double crochet. And then in the next half double crochet we're working 3 half double crochet. So we're doing a little bit of increasing here so we can get that bucket shape. So there's our 3 half double crochet. So now we are starting the repeat for the rest of this round. This is round 13. So we're going to half double crochet in the next half double crochet, work 2 half double crochet in that chain 2 space, half double crochet on top of the next half double crochet, and work 3 half double crochet in the next chain 2 space. And you're going to repeat that all the way around for round 13. So I'm going to go do that, and I will meet you back. Okay, so I finished round 13. I have 70 half double crochet, and as you can see I did pop my stitch marker back in because we're just going to jump right back in for round 14, and we're going to work even, so that means 1 stitch in each. So we're just going to work 70 half double crochet all the way around. for round 14. So I did not join, I just started in working my half double crochet. So I'm going to keep going here working my 70 half double crochet, and then we have one more round to go, so we're almost done this hat. Okay, so I finished up round 14 here, and now I'm going to join with a slip stitch in my first stitch, and we have one more round to go. So I'm going to chain one, I'm going to single crochet in that stitch. So for round 15 we're just going to single crochet all the way around, and when we get to the end I'm going to join in that first stitch with a slip stitch, and then our hat will be done. So a nice quick project here. So I'm going to keep going here working my half double or my single crochet around, and I'll meet you back. Okay, so this is my last single crochet. So now to complete the round I'm just going to join with a slip stitch in that first stitch there, and I'm going to cut my yarn. And so the hat part is all done. Now you don't have to make the tie, the little bow, if you don't want to. Or you could just use a ribbon to weave in and out of there, but we're going to make the tie now. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I did to make this tie here. So I'm going to be using this cream color white, and what I did was I chained 55. Okay, so I have my 55 chains, so this is actually just the first half of the tie. So what we're going to do is in the second chain from our hook, I'm working a slip stitch, and I'm just going to continue to slip stitch across my chain here. You can work in your chain however you like. So I'm going to keep going, slip stitching across my chain, and I will meet you back. Okay, so as I said, this is the first half of the tie. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to chain 55, and then I'm going to slip stitch up my chain. Now, as I said before, you could just use a ribbon, or if you just wanted to use a chain, but I just think this looks a little bit nicer. So then you have the nice neat ends there instead of just, you know, that like lone string, or if you try to weave it in and sometimes they pop out. So this way the ends we weave in are in the middle of the tie, and it's going to be in the back of the hat, so you're not going to notice it. So I'm going to go do that off camera, and I will meet you back. Okay, so I finished. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut your yarn. Wow, did you just hear that? We've got some thunder going on here. So we've cut our yarn. That shook the house. Alright, so what I like to do is I like to weave in these ends before I do anything else. So I usually just cross them like that so it hides them a little bit better. My dog is going to be losing his mind. He does not enjoy the thunder. And the weird thing is it's April, so I feel like it's a little early for thunderstorms, but you know. I think weather's gotten weirder and weirder as the years have gone by. So I'm trying to do this before we run out of power, because that'll probably happen next. Power will go out. Alright, so we're just going to do this guy on this side. Okay, so now what you do is you take your hat and then you just weave in the tie in the spaces here. Okay, so here we go. I wove the tie in. It ended up being longer than the other one that I made, which is weird for some reason. So if you want to make it shorter, you certainly can do that. But it's a really cute hat though. Otherwise, I'm really happy with how it turned out. And of course, if you need to block your project, do that. And I already wove in my ends, so you'll need to do that as well. But I hope you enjoyed this project. And if you did, please like and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching.